Hey guys, what's up? Before I start this video, I just want to let you know that yesterday when I addressed off days, that I left out a pretty critical factor. It's separate, but it kind of goes hand in hand with off days. Motivation. Some of the best athletes in the world, a lot of International Federation of IFBB pros, they will all tell you that motivation is actually far and few between. Some of us have been training our whole lives. Some of us, like me, have only been training a few years. But we get into the habit of things, and, when you get into the habit of something, it makes, it generally seems easier. It's like, okay, so that's what you always do, so it's easy for you. It's not. Getting up in the morning is hard. I almost never want to. Most of us are sore pretty often. I actually take 1 to 2 weeks off every once in a while, which is crazy because I never used to believe in, time off, but I never competed. So now that I do compete sometimes, I got to follow the rules of recovery. But motivation is, it's not that often. Like, again, professional athletes, all alike, they will all tell you the same thing. There are absolutely times where we're just non-existent. We can't move our muscles, where we're just so relaxed and we want to keep that feeling, so we have a hard time with it. And putting it into words, I don't really need to, because most of you viewing this, I'm pretty sure you understand. And some of you probably aren't even athletes. And those of you who are trying to, get into healthier choices, you're who I really want to reach, honestly. You are who inspire me. So I remember being there. I wasn't able to do anything my whole life. I was unathletic. And if you would like a video about me addressing how I grew up so you can see just how insanely hard it was for me to get into this, I can do that. Just leave it in the comments section below, and I'd be happy to do that for you. But motivation, it's hard to come by. So don't be scared when you're not motivated. That's an important thing for me to tell you. Don't be scared. Expect it. And just deal with it as you come, with any other situation. Just deal with it as it comes. That's the best you can do, because that is trying. So with that out of the way, today, Tuesday, so that's how Tuesdays go. Back and delts, and Monday squats and bench. I don't know if I would identify myself as a powerlifter per se. I love powerlifting, but I've never really gotten to a point to where I can explicitly say I'm a powerlifter. I say I'm a powerlifting competitor on my Instagram. You can check me out there, Brad J. Beebe. I'm in a black dress shirt. Hit me up with a follow. I'll hit you up with a follow. But I'm not so sure that I can absolutely genuinely say I'm a powerlifter, but I love moving heavy weight with good form. There's nothing like it. To truly feel strong, to truly feel like you are able to do something, it's insane. So I've never been coached except for, pointers here and there between, my strength coach and, other people along the way. But I always had pretty decent form, and that was something that I always wanted to do, because when I got started doing this, again, I was in a small basement. I didn't have a lot of space, and all I had was, 300 pounds of resistance on a barbell. But I did not get into using the weight until just after a year of doing just the barbell, practicing the squat, the bench, and the deadlift, practicing them with perfect technique and form. That's what I was most concerned about. And then I started piling the weight on, and before I knew it, I outgrew the weight set, and I needed to, go to a real gym. It was time. So that's how that's the situation I was in there, and it was extremely difficult to grow. I had to bench off of the corner of a desk. I would literally lay there and then roll it, and then I would catch it in my arms, and I wasn't that strong, so it was hard to catch. But that's how I got started with all that. Anyway, sorry for that deviation. Today was back and delts, and I don't really film much for delts except for dumbbell shoulder presses because I love dumbbell shoulder presses. They're spectacular. The barbell version is good too, but I just personally prefer the dumbbells. I just feel like they really build my shoulders up, not just a decent round shape, but also just overall power. The stabilizers are off the charts, and each shoulder is just working unilaterally, so it's pretty nice. But deadlifts are the main thing here. The deadlift is, I mean, for most of us it is, but the deadlift is my strongest lift. And between sumo and conventional, I went over this in my deadlift video that I uploaded a couple weeks ago, but I didn't have as high consistency of uploads for YouTube videos, so maybe now is a good point to mention it again. Sumo versus conventional. It's not cheating. Sumo's not cheating. It's just to your comfort and biomechanical structure. Simple as that. However, today I went with sumo. So today I was up in the air about whether or not it was, an off day. All my macros were always on point, but my hydration was good. I ate enough, and I didn't focus exclusively on the workout. I, was just trying to get orders out in the kitchen, and I was just trying to make sure that work went smooth. So as soon as I got to the gym, it was pretty clear. And that's what I love about my present gym. It's like a small garage gym. It's amazing. I will shoot a video in there for you guys sometime. But obviously it's where I shoot my lifts. So it was clear. No one's there. People are almost never there. That's what I love about it. I've never liked lifting in front of a large group of people. So you'll notice that, as small as I am, you'll notice that when I'm deadlifting, squatting, or benching, I go up a plate at a time. I don't care that when I bench and I put the second plate on at 225, that I'm only 1 or 2 sets away from my 1 rep max. I don't care how stupid that looks. The reason I go up by a plate is, number 1, it saves time. Number 2, it saves energy. And number 3 is probably more important, in fact. This sucker right here. And I'm going to emphasize that throughout my channel. But what I mean by tapping my head, it was purely psychological. I was just feeling it, and I was just ready to go up and weight, and I just went 135, 225, 315, 405 instead of 365. And I used to go up in 5 to 10 pound increments. But guys, it's going to kill your energy over the long run. It's going to kill you the time that you spend on compound moves alone if you like to isolate. I really don't, but if you like to isolate, it's going to take more time to go up in these smaller jumps. And I found that I stressed it more. I stressed my sets more when I was going up in 5 and 10 pound jumps. So here's the thing though. Be comfortable with it and take your time progressing into 1 plate jumps. It's pretty terrifying the first time you do it. So, I mean, in the first place, I would absolutely advocate that you get the form down way before you start putting weight on the bar. 100%. If most of you would like to film your lifts and then send them to me, I'm no coach. I am no strength expert. But if you would like to send them to me, I'd be happy to help some of you out with it and, give you a few tweaks here and there. Maybe some of you can take a look at some of my footage and you can let me know. We can learn from each other, and that's something I would really look forward to. So, with that said, today's deadlift session was pretty decent. I decided not to go super crazy and just keep it simple, and then I just went nuts on dumbbell shoulder presses. So I'm a very basic person when it comes to my strength training. And tomorrow, I'm probably just going to go to the park and do some stunts. Because I really suck at tricking. I'm trying to learn to be better at it. But stick around for a lot of content because my cranium is full of it. And I look forward to serving you guys with hearty, genuine, from my heart content. Thanks, guys.